experience in church. Our experience in church. Let's talk about our experience in church, because in any manner, I suppose, we don't come the same, so we don't remain the same as we join a faith or a church movement. We don't remain the same as long as we don't come the same. So our experiences matter so much in church. And allow me to talk about our experience in church. The experience we are having right now because of our welfares being sent through the mission Uganda Christian Outreach Ministries under World Outreach Ministry Foundation. The experience we are having now is indeed terrible, though we never expected such an experience to meet us in church. Indeed, we are sure it is normal. It is really normal to experience such an experience. It shows us that we are dealing with personality. We are dealing with personal entities, and they do it as they feel at self. So our experience, we are speaking it out so that the world will intervene, because the more you view my videos, the more you're gonna intervene, because the more you're gonna understand what's going on here on the ground. Since our mission streams have used lots of deceitful talk and lies against us towards our friends and family in the United States of America. It is a disappointment we've met between our streams to choose to share our welfares as they are sent by World Outreach Ministries Foundation, Warmth, in Washington, Seattle, United States of America. And they have joined hands with missionaries like David Easterly's family, David Easterly and the daughter Brenda Vols, with all their family, and the late Ed Poraichi's family also. It is joined hands here to obtain our welfares by false pretense, claiming how they lost their people in an automobile accident. I mentioned it earlier, I still mention it, that it's because they lost their people here in an automobile accident, so they are obtaining every welfare sent by Warmth of some guys like me. Mainly me, I belong to warmth since the dawn is my parent in the nation. I indeed appeal to the world that this hood is gone deep into this exercise of obtaining welfare by false pretense, and now that they have gone deep, they are making plans of going away with it. We expect their attacks and their maneuvering attacks have already reached us, and they have been plotting poisons as they did to our dinner Bible school party. Lisa did so, and they have ended up putting efforts on our welfares, convincing our streams how we don't deserve it, giving it to kids they have harassed with cocaine, drugs, and sex perversity. Indeed, this experience to follow us in church, we are sure the world has seen us in safety, and we don't deny that we've sought safety. One, seeking heaven, indeed, because as we are right with the horizontal, then we can get perfect with the vertical. Indeed, we are appealing to people responsible, calling them to intervene into our situation, which is caused by a big hood pulling us into gayism, and cocaine drugs are rampant in our mission I've talked of, and our streams seem not responsible since they obtain lots of money, and property also sent through the US Embassy is stolen, and the US Embassy staff talking to me, that staff called Robert, talking to me at the US Embassy, telling me how everything that comes at the US Embassy belongs to the US staff. It is out of order now, because even the government of Uganda, the president's family and government officials all have joined hands into obtaining our welfares and properties sent through the US Embassy, through DHL to the US Embassy, because it's where our joint venture occurs. It's the US Embassy that joins us the more, and it's at safety that we deal with the US Embassy as US people here in Uganda. We experienced a very tough time when our streams have joined others against us, giving in reasons they can't tell to us, has really taken things so crazy and deeper. We experience talks like we've raped girls we've not raped. I understand a pastor called Robert Kasozi of Kawempe Worship Center, a chairperson of Uganda Outreach, UCOM, Chairperson, UCOM, Robert Kasozi of Kawempe Worship Center, after he used this young girl called Diana Mugwanya. Robert got guts to stand before others, convince them to assure the society and the community that it is me, Moses, who raped Diana Mugwanya, made her pregnant. They went ahead to plant a guy to marry Diana for security, and they are putting a strong hold around Diana so I might not meet her anywhere. She's not in trouble, but I know Diana and I know the parents of Diana too. I know Diana and I know the parents, and I know what Diana's been telling people, and I know what other guys Kasozi convinced to tell people how I raped a girl called Diana. And Kasozi is telling the world that is taking every welfare sent to me because I raped that girl. Indeed, if I raped that girl and she bore a kid, let us get a DNA test to confirm that Diana Mugwanya was raped by me, Bukenya Moses. I have never raped a woman, but I meet several. I've met very many, but I've never raped one. So we've experienced such experiences in this church business, and we appeal to our friends and family in the United States. I appeal to you, Paul, if you see me, and I know you're gonna see me, Paul of Generational Hope, and I appeal to you, Mr. Merritt Hunt of Seattle, Washington. I appeal to you, Philip Wyman of Alaska. I appeal to you, Sarah Clean. I appeal to you, Sarah Clean and Sarah of Warmth, that I'm going through a hard time. Guys have joined hands to obtain my welfares from my family, and my family still sends it. You guys very well know how Ron connected me to that family, and you know how busy my parent is. So I appeal to you, Paul, to come down, because I understand Stephen Mayanja Damulira cannot tell you that I write to him asking him to tell you to come. I am sure he can't tell you according to what is done with his children and friends. He is one of the main men who take our parcels as you send them. And I appeal to you, Teacher Martin Carl of Washington, D.C., Seattle, that even the property, you told me to be around Stephen, but he denied everything. He just refused everything to himself. So I've experienced a tough experience in church, and my children are getting bigger, and older, while church experiences are getting tougher. I am calling upon you, Paul, to come. Let's go to the US Embassy together, and let's meet the ambassador together to get our parcels. And they have taken a lot, but the embassy, I understand they have put at hold. Some are there, but when I went there, that staff member called Robert at the US Embassy confronted me, told me that everything that comes at the US Embassy belongs to the US staff. Is ever that kiddie, and is one of the people who have been obtaining our property at the embassy, that staff called Robert. And they all take it from Kasozi Robert and the family. They take it from Mayanja Damulira and Sise Mayanja. They take it all from those whites who come here, yearn to have stuff you guys send down. And there are people who have accepted their friends to obtain by false pretense that they buy them. We've experienced another experience with another big pastor who is found working at the US Embassy as part of the staff. Is called Robert Kayanja of Miracle Center Cathedral. Also is pain, big pain down, I tell you, because is also when he meets our parcels, he pretends he's in the spirit. The way he plays it, it is that crazy. So he plays it that it is spiritual, and God has told him to take our property, that we are going to get a big blessing, which I don't want. I don't want such a blessing from Kayanja Robert. I want you to come. Let me talk to that guy when you are there. I don't want his blessing like that, because the way he takes my property, the way he takes our stuff, and I know it's written to you, because that's how he does it. He steals, he writes to people who send, and he does not talk to people who must receive it. And he's talked to a few of people like me, and he's obtained a lot of our property, giving them to people with complications is caused in his mission, Miracle Center Ministries. So I call on you, Paul, and we've experienced such a tough experience, and guys choose to play us this way. A man like that guy I've talked of called Kayanja is playing it so funny while talking to the president about what he does, and they are good friends with the president today. So I call on you, Paul, to come. Let's go to the embassy together. Thank you very much.